What's up, guys? Another video for my YouTube channel. This time Argentina 3, Cabo Verde 2. What a game. I think on the TV, like seeing on the coach, it seems like the Argentina team was just crawling on the field. They were very slow without mobility. They were not really moving on the field. I'm not finding the spaces. They were very static is what I felt like watching on the screen. But it seems it was super hot in Miami. So that's one thing. But other than that, they need to create spaces and move the ball faster. And the players on the pitch, they were not moving as much. This is what I felt again. But we can take a look at the data because the data is really showing us what happened actually in the game. When you look at the carries right here at the bottom, right here. Argentina, 60 progressive carries. Most of them were, half of them, 53% were in the middle, like in the center of the field. They were really trying to go like on the center of the field. Cabo Verde defense was very, very compact. When you actually look at the defensive block of Cabo Verde, look at this one. They were really on the center, just not letting Argentina go towards the middle. On the center, when they wanted just to go there, they just close it up. They just create like 4-4-2 or 4-5-1, depending on what Argentina player was just trying to get into the center mid. I mean, Messi was outstanding again. He scored another goal. He's the top scorer of the World Cup. But again, I guess it was a great job by Cabo Verde. They did a great job. They tied the game twice. They were amazing. Again, I think it was maybe the hot at Miami. That's one thing, because when you look at the Argentinian players, they were running pretty slow. What a goal. What a goal by Lopez Cabral. What a goal, the second goal by Cabo Verde. Oh my gosh. He just put that ball in the very corner. What a beauty. As an Argentinian, I have to say, what a beauty. What a goal. I mean, I can't say other things. Right, so it was amazing. Of course, I was upset, but what a goal! And then Cuti Romero just put in the third goal. Argentina, the last game, they scored 3 goals by just free kicks or corner kicks. I mean, free kicks were 2, but and the other one was PK. But today was again 2 corner kicks, scoring. Messi goal. What to say, right? The way, I mean, he controlled the ball. You can't say nothing. It's just the best. You can find another player that can do that, like with a long ball from Lisandro Martinez. I think Argentina was just trying to do long balls with Lisandro Martinez during the 90 minutes, I would say. They were just trying to find a man, again, because the defensive block by them were very compact by Cabo Verde. When you look at the pass network by Argentina, very compact, very narrow. Look at this. They were very narrow. They used to do that. The Argentina team is very compact, but a lot of passes between Lisandro Martinez and Cuti Romero. Argentina was not finding spaces in this part of the field. Look at Cabo Verde. They have a defensive block, but when they have the ball, look at this. They were just trying long passes on the wings. So they were really trying. When they didn't have the ball, they recovered the ball. They were just trying to get fast and go on the wings. And you could feel that. You could see that when you were watching the game. Very nice game to watch, especially if you were not from Cabo Verde or Argentina. Of course, when you look at the numbers, possession-wise, Argentina 63%. Look at this amount of passes. 800 passes completed out of almost 900 passes. This is telling you they control the ball, they control the game overall, but with the ball, sometimes you can win. They deserve it at the very end, but Cabo Verde did a great job. You can't complain about them. Look at the final entry. Look, first Argentina, look the density, a lot of final entries in the center, but also on the left wing, not a lot in the right wing. Lisandro Martinez, what a goal by Lisandro Martinez. A defender, but he has a great touch. You could see that on the Premier League. He has a great touch. It's just an outstanding center back. Of course, he's not tall as you would like to, because you want to have a center back, like a tall center back that he can just head almost every ball that is coming up in the air. But this guy is very talented and very skillful when he has the ball on his feet, and you could see that with the second goal by Argentina. What a goal. What a deflection by McAllister. I think McAllister did a great job today. He played a great game. What a deflection in that corner kick by Messi. McAllister just deflected the ball, and Lisandro Martinez just wait the ball. When he looked at the whole scenario, he just hit the ball with the left and just put it up there. And the Bociña, the goalkeeper by Cabo Verde, he couldn't do nothing at the time because it was a great shot, great strike by Alessandro Martinez. But again, he's the center back. So what a goal by him. And Cuti Romero again saving Argentina with that corner kick by Messi again. And Cuti Romero just putting that ball, that header, just far from Bociña, and for the third goal. Performance by Argentina. Really, they were slow on the field as I started the video today. They were crawling. This is what I felt sitting in my coach, but again, was probably very hot in Miami. When you look again at the final enters, but this time by Cabo Verde here on the right side, the light blue, look, they were more trying on the right. The density here, they were on the right. But like half of the time, half of the numbers that Argentina had, like 93 versus 48, right? So they were really just trying when they get the ball, right? So possession-wise, Argentina was more with the ball, and you will see that, right? So you will see that when watching the game. And also you could see that with these numbers. Look at the box entries. Look at Argentina, like box entries 29 versus 9 by Cabo Verde, right? Argentina just enter into the box. That's one difference that's just, it's good to know, to be aware of. Look, Argentina box entry 29, but when you look at the carries, which are the dash line, just 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, the rest of them were just passes. So when you look at the Cabo Verde, look at this, they were just passing to get into the box, but they were also having more, in absolute numbers, of course, less than Argentina in terms of carry, but when you compare like with the total amount, this is half of them or 40% of these entry boxes were carries, right? So they have 9 and they just did 1, 2, 3 by carrying the ball. That will tell you that they were just trying to get into the box just with the ball on his feet. And when you look at the crosses by Argentina, look at this. The Argentinian crosses were on the right wing only, on 2 successful. The red one 7 on the right wing and 1 on the left wing, but wasn't successful. Really poor performance in terms of crosses by Argentina. But look at Cabo Verde. They were having more crosses, more successful, 3 out of 14. A very good performance by Cabo Verde in terms of crosses the ball into the box. But look at the final on the Argentinian turnovers, because when you see Argentina, they're dominating the ball, they're trying to attack. Again, they were slow during the game, but they were just trying to get into the box or, get into the center just to find Messi or any player that could hit the ball near the box. But when they lost the ball, they usually just generate small spaces and try to get the ball back again to the team, and just a lot of pressure there. But when you look at the high turnovers, just 1, 2, 3, 4 high turnovers, 5 high turnovers, they dominate almost all the zones in the field. But again, not a lot of high turnovers. Cabo Verde was really trying to get rid of the ball faster, just do some passes faster and just get into Argentinian team. They were always just getting a strong defensive block, but when they were in disadvantage on the score, they were just trying to control the ball and go for to tie the game. But again, strong performance by both teams. A great game to watch on TV. Cheers for Argentina. They just made it to the next round. If you like this kind of video, subscribe. See you next video.